Here's a way that you can convey social status to your ex in a way that makes them want to get back with you. So what I'm talking about here is what I refer to as taking social liberties. I'll give you a great example. So when I first started jiu-jitsu, I was very concerned about like the belt system and like, ranking up and all these things, because you want validation through, the award system that's in place at jiu-jitsu. And, I would notice that, because I cared about things, I was a lot more rigid in class and socially less fluid, because I cared about the way I was perceived by the upper ranks, and then I wanted to progress through the belt system. And so there was this concern there, right? And you notice, like, you look around in classes, certain people are like super loose and they don't give a shit. They're just there having fun with their friends and stuff. And for those people that aren't taking it seriously, they're not trying to manage other people's perceptions of them. And they can say and do things that are more loose because they really don't care. They care because they're there to get the skill and they're there to have fun or maybe have a fitness aspect to it or whatever. But they're not caring about the validation portion of it. So you might get like a really laid back, cool type guy that can give the teacher some shit and make a joke to the black belt who's like, the chief tough guy in the gym, right? And this is because that person doesn't care about the teacher's perception of him. He's not like, oh my God, I'm not going to rank up if I make a joke at the teacher's expense, right? And we all know this, right? And you might say, well, yeah, I'm not going to be like that. Like, I don't care what people think of me. But do you really? Like when it comes to your ex, are you holding back? Are you doctoring your behavior in a safe way to not ruffle their feathers? The same way you would be able to, cut a joke around your buddies or around somebody that you just aren't attracted to at all. You need to have that same sort of fluidity, that same looseness with your ex. When you can push the envelope socially, imagine you're on a date with your ex again and you can say something forward to the hostess or to the wait staff or whatever, not in a rude way, but say something that, a joke that could be taken the wrong way, but you do it with the right kind of energy where the message is conveyed that, you're not a dick. These kind of things carry weight because not everyone can do this. But the way to take social liberties is to detach from outcome and to not need anything from the environment, right? So when it comes to you being on a date with your ex, maybe you're hedging your bets because you're talking with other people. Maybe you have decided, hey, maybe I get them back, maybe I don't, but, it doesn't really matter which way because I have this little husband or wifey slot and it can get filled by whoever. It could either be my ex or it could be some other supermodel. And these kind of things will help you say and do things that are more bold and things that garner more attention and things that carry more weight in their mind. And again, the higher that you're built up in your ex's mind, the more likely they're going to give you attention, ask for your attention, and want to come closer to you. A lot of times when I'm coaching people on what to say to their ex over text, the things that I say are so bold and so funny. They're so funny, but they're so bold that the person's like, well, is there something else that we can say? It's like, yeah, there's a lot of dumb, safe shit that we can say, but why don't you want to say this? And you should ask yourself that. Why are you holding back? Now, if you want some help getting your ex back, click into my profile, click this link, set up a call with me, and I'll talk to you soon.